What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by today's title, I am doing a special throwback concert diaries for one of my favorite concerts ever, the Save Rock and Roll Tour back in 2013. First of all, the lineup at this show was just amazing. It was Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and 21 Pilots, pretty much my top 3 favorite bands of all time. Obviously at the time of the show I wasn't super familiar with 21 Pilots, but the reason I'm into them now is because of this tour. So I'm super thankful to have gone to this show. I know a ton of you guys are like dying to go to a show like this with this lineup, and I've talked about this show a ton of times on my channel, and I've actually gotten a lot of requests to like pretty much talk about the whole experience as a whole. So I thought, why not do that today? So let's fast forward way back to 2013 when Fall Out Boy got back together. So they announced a spring tour and they came to my city. I went to see them. It was in May. It was awesome. Then they announced the fall Save Rock and Roll Tour, which obviously wasn't coming to Pittsburgh, of course. My luck. You know, my 2 favorite bands of all time, not coming here. So I was like, I cannot miss this show. My 2 favorite bands, dude. This is going to be amazing. So I remember begging my dad to take me to the nearest date, which is Cleveland, Ohio, about 3 hours away. And he actually said yes somehow. It was sort of counting as like a present for my graduation, even though it was like at the beginning of my senior year. But this is just something I really needed to go to because I was sort of a little bit depressed my senior year. A lot of my friends had either graduated or I just didn't see them anymore, moved away, you know, stuff like that. I was just kind of lonely that year and I just needed something like this to get away and just have fun. So we bought tickets, and then later on I see these meet and greet upgrades and I'm like, yo, that would be amazing. Like, what if I got to meet Fall Out Boy? I didn't think it was actually gonna happen, but I came up with the money somehow. Like, I scrounged around and literally found money. Same with my friend who I went with. We both came up with the money. We bought meet and greet upgrades. I know it's obviously, you know, the meet and greet with the signing, then a group picture that was professionally taken by their photographer, as well as early entry to the venue. And then of course, aside from that, we got some extra things that came in the mail, like this really cool laminate that you could wear to the meet and greet, and a Save Rock and Roll bracelet, pretty cool. And the coolest thing in my opinion is this wall clock. It's actually a vinyl record that was turned into a clock. It's pretty sick. I have it hanging over there all the time. So I'm really proud to have this. Like, can't really find this anywhere. It also included a 1-year membership into Overcast Kids, which was Fall Out Boy's fan club at the time, which is no longer a thing anymore, sadly. But that like gave us access to other like things like pre-sale and all that fun stuff. So the day of the show was actually September 11th, 2013. So obviously me and my friends skipped school the day of to drive to the venue, obviously, because it was like 3 hours away. We had to be at the venue at 4 p.m. exactly to get into the meet and greet. We find the meet and greet line, they start letting people in, and we had to like check in and get our wristbands, and then we wait for a little bit, and this dude, I guess a representative of Fall Out Boy, comes and he's like, follow me. So we all had to follow this guy, and it was starting to become real. Like, I was shaking. They take us downstairs to this like weird place, I don't even know, and we were like in this long hallway, so like it was kind of around a bend, like from where the table was where they were going to be sitting, so we were like towards the end of the line, couldn't see the guys from where we were at the time because we had to go around the corner again. But once like I guess they sat down, like I still couldn't see them or anything, but people started coming back to the end of the line like after they had gotten their stuff signed, because how it works is you're in the front of the line, you get everything signed, you go to the back, once you get to the front again you get your picture taken. So that's pretty much how it works. You have to go through the line twice. So once people started coming back to the end of the line where we were, like it started becoming even more real because people would be like sobbing, and I'm like, oh my freaking god, like they just met Fall Out Boy and they're literally right around the corner, and I could hear them talking, and it was just like so crazy. And I remember seeing this girl crying her eyes out, and it started to make me cry even before I even saw the guys. Like I got so emotional. And then I remember going around the corner and we could finally get a glimpse of the guys, and I could see Joe's hair and I could see Patrick between a bunch of people. And I remember he was just like chewing gum, he was wearing glasses, and I don't know, I could see his hat, and I was like, oh my god, he is so tiny. And I actually had brought a bunch of gifts to give them, not like a bunch of gifts, but I brought like a letter to the whole band, and then I got a demo CD to give to Pete for my friend. I had like a little elephant for Patrick, so I was gonna give them all that stuff when I was doing the signing. And Pete was the first person I went up to, and I like talked to him, and I was like, here, can you take a listen to this CD? And he was like, yeah, sure, what's it called? And then I told him the title of it. I don't even remember what the title was, but I gave it to him and that was really cool. What I actually got signed was my Follow You Do CD booklet, because that's my favorite album by Fall Out Boy, and I just had to get that signed. The next person was Andy, and I don't even remember what I said to him. I probably just like said hi, like how are you, like normal stuff. It's hard to remember because this was like over 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. I just greeted him. He was super friendly, he was smiley and really cute and nice. And then next was Patrick, and I was supposed to give him the elephant thing, and I just totally forgot because like I shook his hand and just like I was just mesmerized by him, so I totally forgot to give him his present. I don't even remember what he said. Like I wish I could remember now, but I just remember he like wanted to shake my hand, so I shook his hand and just like, it was probably just like hi, how are you, like normal stuff too. But it goes so quick, like you don't even know what to say. And then last was Joe, and I made such a fool out of myself with Joe. Like it was super awkward. I don't even remember what I said. It was probably like hi, and then I like went to shake his hand, but like he didn't like want to shake my hand, so it was like really awkward. He was like, oh okay, I guess I'll shake your hand, and then we shook hands. I don't know why I did that. Like what am I doing? It was really awkward and embarrassing. But I went to the back of the line again because we had to wait in line for the picture, and I like wasn't gonna do anything special. I just wanted to smile, but I wanted to sit next to Patrick because I had to give him the stupid elephant still. And then finally we get up to there. My friend went first, and after she got her picture, like I went up there and stood between Patrick and Joe. And I was like trying to give Patrick my elephant, but then Patrick gets distracted and like hugs my friend who had just gotten her picture taken. Like she was like off to the side. He like went over and hugged her because she wanted a hug, and like I was still trying to give him the elephant, and I was actually like, this is so freaking awkward, but I was like giving it to him to the side of me because like we're all like in the picture like getting ready to pose, and he was still like facing that way, and then I was like like giving him the elephant, like I like tapped it on his stomach. Like what am I doing? I'm like, here, take this, take it, and like I was like, I totally forgot to give this to you earlier, and I was like trying to give it to him, and he like wasn't paying attention for a second, and this was so quick. It was like 10 seconds, and then he came back finally, and it was like already time to smile for the picture, so we smile, and it's like the most awkward picture ever. Like I am in such a weird stance. I'm holding the elephant and like I just look so awkward. Pete's like halfway out of the picture almost. Like I don't even know what he was doing. But then I was like, oh my god, I have to hug Patrick. I really wanted to do that. I don't even remember what I said. I think I was like, can you please hug me? I think that's what I said. And then he was like, yeah, of course. And then like we hugged, and I wish I could remember what it felt like. It was so quick. But like, oh my god, it was amazing. The security there was like, hey, get out of here, because we weren't allowed to hug them. They had told us before, like, no touching them. But too late, bitch. Patrick doesn't say no. So I was walking up the stairs to like leave, and I was so happy, like on adrenaline. And then I realized I have the elephant in my hand. I'm like, dude, are you freaking kidding me? I couldn't like just go back and give it to him because they were making us leave. And they were being super rude about it. They're like, get out of here. So I didn't even give him the present. So that was the meet and greet. After that I was like dying, crying my eyes out, freaking out. It was so happy. We went to our seats, which were horrible by the way. Like we didn't even get pit or anything close. We were like really up high because it was in like an arena. So we were super far away, like on the side of the stage. It was really bad. And of course the first band was 21 Pilots. I was very curious to see how they would perform because this was before they were even very big at all. Like they had a fan base, but I wasn't familiar with their stuff. I had checked out like their biggest songs like Car Radio, Holding On To You, and I think that was it, maybe Guns for Hands. So I had like checked out those biggest songs and I was like, oh, they're okay, but I didn't really get it fully. But once they performed, you know, I was really just completely blown away. I was like, dude, I have to see them live at their own show. They played, I think they only played like 6 songs, you know, all the big songs from Vessel. And it was just amazing. I remember when he stood on top of the people's hands, and I was like, that is amazing. Like, that's so cool. They just gave me a really different concert experience that I've never had before. I thought, you know, this is going to be awesome if I was like down in the pit. It would be so much fun because they're so interactive with their audience. And I was just like, wow, this is so weird, but I love it. So immediately after that show, I bought tickets to 21 Pilots because they were actually coming to Pittsburgh in December, 2 months later, and I got to see them, and that's how this started, you know, that's how this started. So next was Panic at the Disco, of course, which is my all-time favorite band, equal with Fall Out Boy pretty much. But they came on, they played 10 songs, and it was a pretty good set list. They only played 2 songs from Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, which actually hadn't even come out yet at this point. It was like coming out the next month. So they didn't play like a ton of those new songs. I think they only played Miss Jackson and This Is Gospel, and then a bunch of like fever hits and they played 9 in the Afternoon, some Vices and Virtues songs. So I don't know, they just played like a collection of songs. It was a decent set list. I enjoyed it. Obviously they opened up with Time to Dance, which is my favorite song, so that just got me going instantly. But it was really cool from my perspective because I was kind of looking down on the whole stage from a side view, so I could see like what all the guys were doing, and it was just really cool. I was pretty close to Dallin on his side, which I was stoked about because I love Dallin. But yeah, they played a ton of great songs. It was just so much fun. I was really into it, and I don't know, it got me even more excited for Fall Out Boy to come on. So Fall Out Boy does come on. They still played a lot of the older songs from all their other albums. Like now they pretty much play mostly from the newest album and then just a couple of the hits. Pretty sure they played like 23 songs, which is a lot. It might have been more than that, honestly, because I've seen like different set lists. I was trying to look it up. So I'm super lucky to be able to say that I've seen some of those older songs that they've sort of thrown out of the set list as of lately. Some of those include, you know, Thriller, I Slept With Someone, and Fall Out Boy, What a Catch, Donnie, Death Valley, I'm Like a Lawyer. I don't think they play that one too much. Just One Yesterday, and then of course, $20 Nosebleed. It happened, obviously. You know, everybody was like, Brendan better come out and sing for $20 Nosebleed because they were touring together. That song's such a huge fan favorite that like we needed to see that happen, and they actually did it, and it was just amazing. Patrick actually did like a little medley on the piano. It started with, I think, a cover of Drake's Just Hold On, We're Going Home, which is so beautiful. Into What a Catch, and he got kind of emotional at like every show. I remember at mine, you know, he seemed like kind of tearful because he's just so in awe of like the crowd, you know. And then he transitioned into $20 Nosebleed. It was just amazing, you know. Brendan came out and was singing it. It was just so much fun. Like everybody went crazy when that happened because that's just something we've all been dreaming of, and I know you guys are probably so jealous because that's probably not gonna happen again. But like, dude, it was amazing, and I'm so happy I got to see that. They did the acoustic set. I think they did like 2 acoustic songs where they came into like the middle of the crowd, which they did that at Monumentor too, I think, but these were different songs. They did I'm Like a Lawyer and Grand Theft Autumn, and it was so beautiful. I remember just, oh my god, it sounded so good in that room, like, because I was still like kind of close, I could still see them, and it just sounded so amazing because everybody was singing. It was just an amazing moment that I'll never forget. I remember during a lot of these songs, like, I would start like tearing up almost because like I would be, half of the time I would be like going crazy, like singing and screaming and just like jumping up and down, and then the other half, you know, I would just sit there and kind of take it in and just like watch what's happening in front of me. And I just was so in awe because they're my favorite band. And I was just like, oh my god, this is happening. You know, I just met them today. And that's really a feeling that I don't think I'll ever forget. And that's why this is definitely my favorite concert experience that I've ever gone to. So that was just incredible. You know, so much stuff happened. They played, this is just like the best set list they've played. I'm so happy to say, you know, I've seen it. And I'm pretty sure they like played some other different songs on different dates. Like, Water Buffaloes, I think they played at some shows. But they didn't play it at mine, I'm pretty sure. But like a couple of those songs I switched out and played. Oh, and they also played Tell That Mick, which they never play anymore, and that's one of my all-time favorite songs by them. And that was just, I went crazy because I love that song, and it was so cool to see them play it again. And I don't think they played this at my show. Maybe they did. I can't remember if they played Sophomore Slump or not, or if that was at just like one show they did that. I think they might have done that acoustic. Just all those like older songs that they haven't played in forever, like it was just amazing to see that. I'm glad that they mixed it up to like a ton of their discography and threw that in there, rather than now, you know, they just do like the newest hits and like a couple songs off their older albums. So that was pretty much my experience, you know. Like I said, they played an amazing set list. That was like the main reason why I love this so much. And it was just like a really great era in Fall Out Boy. I think that was probably my favorite. And I don't know, I miss those days. I wish they were coming to Pittsburgh this year, but there's no plans so far, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I thought I would share with you guys this experience because I know a lot of you guys were asking, you know, how it was, because I do talk about this a lot. So that's how it was. It was amazing. Like, I literally died. And I skipped school the next day too because I had to drive back. So it was just amazing, like a really great kind of getaway from my senior year. Just sort of get me through the year. Like like I said, I was kind of depressed. This show just made me so happy. And I had those memories to look back on throughout the whole year. And I don't know, it really helped me out. So, surprise, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway for this video because I love you guys. I know there's a lot of Fall Out Boy fans that watch me. So there's going to be 2 winners. There's 2 like different prizes. I guess they're kind of the same value. I don't really know. The first one is this Fall Out Boy beanie. It's red, obviously. It's like a palm beanie. I've only worn it like twice, so it's not like infected or anything. I just don't really wear it anymore, so I thought one of you guys would like it more. And the next person is going to be winning this poster. It's a Fall Out Boy poster. This is actually from Monumentor. It's a screen printed poster. I used to have it hanging up, but like I literally ran out of room because I have like so many other posters I wanted to hang up. And this is just one of those ones that I don't necessarily need anymore. So if one of you guys wants this cool poster, it is limited edition. You can't find this anywhere. They only gave it to us for that meet and greet. And like all of them came in different colors, but my date was green. So I thought one of you guys would really appreciate that. Just like I said, I don't really have any room for it anymore, and I'm sure one of you guys will like it more than me. So if you want to win one of these things, let me know down in the comments which one. So yeah, that's going to be it for this Concert Diaries episode. I know it was kind of different, sort of a throwback. Maybe I'll do some more of these for some of my older concerts as well. But this one is just highly requested by you guys. So I hope you did enjoy hearing about my experience at this show. Save Rock and Roll Tour, definitely my favorite concert experience of all time. If you did happen to go to this tour back in 2013, let me know your experience down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want more like this. Make sure you click that subscribe button for more videos every single Wednesday and occasional Saturdays. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.